What? Hi, everybody. Welcome to a very special. Oh, fuck. Here we go. Oh, yeah, here we go. Welcome to a very special little pop up stream tonight. Hi. Yes. A little bit lackluster yesterday. I was just not quite in the spirit of it, unfortunately, but we're trying again tonight. We're trying again. Because cool guys, wear sunglasses and stuff for these things, so we're gonna keep rolling along. This is a very special show. We'll see how long we last tonight, but yeah, this is one devoted to $2 Dork, as in Dan from that stupid podcast show or whatever. Fuck. So he went on with I think what's his name? It's very cool, very cool. Yes, very cool, very cool. Thank you, your friend Paul. Thank you. So Dan had a show today. Well, Nice Podcast Stupid had a show today with I think his name's Sean from Potentially Criminal. Sometimes I watch some of his clips and stuff to do with different cases, like Doubleverse cases, like the John stuff, the steel toe thing, and all that. But Dan, with his finger on the pulse as normal, did a show with him today. I think he went for like an hour and a half or something. So Stalin's already clipped some of it, I guess. I mean, I don't want to watch the whole thing because he might look at me and be like, he's a hater, so I'm going to like strike him down, because Dan hates puppets. You've heard it here today that Dan hates puppets, and he doesn't have the guts to bring me on his show or organize something with me to go on his show, so therefore he is gutless. And he's also a $2 Dork to me, anyway. I do have something to show too before I jump into the clip, though. This is from the get it up here first. Where is it? So this is from earlier today, good probably 12 hours ago or something like that, or whatever. But yes, Dan is a puppet. He's very much puppet. This is from the great Sam Bibley from today, which is pretty funny. So this is from him. That's so funny. I love what they did with the Brian Landon thing when he took up the when the Moody thing happened. It was pretty funny. But this made me laugh today. I thought it was so funny. He propped me up. I better be able to back this shit up because otherwise you guys are going to be in a lot of trouble. Well, I will be in trouble. Someone will be in trouble. It could be me. But it's fucking hilarious. I thought, thank you, Sam Bibley. Oh, it's classic. Yeah, that's fucking classic. So I thought I'd just document that for tonight. Which is fantastic. It's great. Great work, Sam. You're a gem. I guess. I mean, the stuff with like the Brian Landon Moody stuff was hilarious because I'll have to find it. It's very funny. But yeah, that's that. That's that bit. So we'll jump into it. I'm a little bit more laser focused today on some stuff. So do a little bit later than usual. I usually do this in the afternoons, but I thought, you know what, I'm going to try a nighttime one. Come on, nighttime. Could be morning where you are. But yeah, shout out Sam Bibley and Mint. That's Mint Diggity. Yeah, should get that right. I don't want them to be angry. I'm in the cool kids club with them now, I think. But anyways, so all right, let's try to find the link. I'm making noise so I can do this stuff. All right, I'm gonna add the stage. So this is from today. I haven't listened to it, so we're gonna watch it together. We're gonna chill the fuck out. Let's go. Let's see what Dan thinks he knows about law. Because I think he's stupid. Like just like the sign behind him says stupid. Very stupid man. For someone that works for like apparently just allegedly, accordingly, I don't know. From what I've gathered, he works for someone in his family, like his dad or something like that. I don't really know for certain. But I don't know what he does for a living. But he gloats to say that like I live in this big house. It says it's not quite $1 million house, but like it's been evaluated at less, which is what happens anyway. But I don't know how it works over there. From Boston, apparently. That's cool. Let's watch.
Question with the Imholt and Ricada thing. You, I'm sure you saw that Dr. Steve. I think you know who Dr. Steve is.
I know. I don't know who he is. I know he's part of the Dabbleverse. So, yeah. And I guess
he used to be on Opie and Anthony back in the day. Like was like.
I used to listen to Opie and Anthony a lot when I was in high school and stuff. I don't know if I guess I don't remember him that well, but
yeah, but he's kind of in the Dabbleverse, so he goes to a lot of these events. Yeah. He's like really in part of it. And the allegation, I guess, is that he
wrote the doctor's note for Patrick. Yeah. Which, I mean, there's a lot of problems with it. This is something that's been plaguing you for weeks, yet the night before you have to come to court, all of a sudden, poof, doctor's note. It's like, it's kind of like their whole getting a continuance a week before Hackmania. It was set back in February. Why weren't you like within the sooner you get it, the better. Like you could have avoided this whole nonsense of having they think the First Amendment gun was pointed at their head on Friday when the judge made his thing, but you could have asked for it like weeks in advance, and then you could have been fighting about it. Maybe you file an appeal and say that's not permissible. I don't know. Well, appeals court might say those aren't finable, appealable orders, and actually they probably would. But you might be able to fight.
You could lose a leg or an arm or something, or a hand or a foot. Might lose some kind of limb. That would be different. My dyslexic brain thought I said potentially diabolic. It's just even funnier.
Negotiate and do some motion practice, but you wait till like the last possible second, and now you're scrambling for it. And Pat Melton wait until the last possible second. It's like, ow, my back hurts. Like, why'd you have this done before?
With that too, So I didn't know anything about like the actual dates, but I was just like curious too whether like is it coincidental that this particular thing that was happening the day after all this, like a Hackermania and all that stuff? Like, is it potentially like was it designed to be that way, or is it just what date fell on? Because that's just bizarre. Because I mean, Patrick could have made that trip from Vegas to Minnesota. Yeah, Minnesota. He could have done it. I mean, Ricada did it, but Patrick's back was sore. Aww. Doesn't he know any chiropractors or physiotherapists or something, or massage therapists that could like help with that? Because Gobbles goes to like a chiropractor like once a month now. He was doing it like twice a week and then once a fortnight, and then now it's like, you know, I do it once a month now because I'm all in tip top shape now. Fuck yeah. Even after a big move. Very surprised my back wasn't fucked. Yeah, so yeah, Ricada was flying home anyway, but you're right. Yeah, of course. Like, it just, you know, Patrick could have done it. Saved all this bullshit, because I think they think that he's like I guess they thought he was like lying or something, or forging a fucking note from a doctor. I mean, Dr. Steve is like a accredited doctor. He does have a medical license. I think he does stuff with like Respite or something now. He does like his YouTube thing, which I thought was ending last Hackermania, but still here this one. What the fuck? See, like, people, it's like, oh, you can't quit me. Oh, I'm still here. Oh no. They just can't get out of the game. It's just too addictive, isn't it? This is why Stuttering John will never leave, because he likes it too much. He can't admit it. He loves it. He's in it for the love of the game and the hate for Shuli and for Carl, for Tukey, for Potato, whoever else is on his shit list. But he'll always welcome back Vince the Lawyer, because Vince the Lawyer is in the legal field. He's in the industry. I think that's why he keeps him around, because he knows stuff about the legal stuff, so he can help John. But then, like, Vince is like the ultimate troll. So much time on his hands. I don't even think he has a family. I think he just fabricated one so John like would just leave him alone. Because a man like that, if they've got a family, they don't have time for this bullshit. Who the fuck has time for any of this? I barely have time to fucking do this. What the fuck? I work for a living too. Got all those obligations and things to meet. Like, how the fuck does one man like that have all this time to do all this silly stuff? I don't understand it. Let's keep watching. I'll keep my rest for a bit of it.
You know, showing up the last minute, the judge thinks that's horse shit. It looks like horse shit. You know, because
probably
you
smells like
weren't
shit
signing
too.
the thing, and you know, you were, you know, there's going to be video of out there. You know, you sitting there having a joke and a smoke at Hackamania. Well, you were well enough to, you know, log errands, so you know, hop on a plane, buddy.
I'll get closer to the middle so they can crop it later. Because I know how these boys work. Tomorrow I'll have this behind some green screen thing, so we're gonna make it last. Like, watch this, like, all right, now we're done.
And it goes from there. It's poor timing. They're not, you know, planning this out well enough. And the Dr. Steve thing, you know, not only is Dr. Steve like a participant in Hackamania, like, I guess he's a real doctor, but all that nonsense of like when he's
a fake doctor. He found his medical license in like a cereal box, like they used to do with the driver's license back in the days. He's like, "Mommy, what do I want to be when I grow up?" She's like, "You're going to be a doctor because it's in the cereal box, motherfucker."
On I saw the MLC was playing the clip where he's like, oh yeah, that's HIPAA. It's like, what the talking about? It's not HIPAA. That made me question whether
HIPAA. I don't know why. Not HIPAA. HIPAA. Throw us the ball, pa. HIPAA.
He was a doctor for a minute. Like, you've been a doctor for like long, like HIPAA's like 30 years old now. You've been through like 30 years of HIPAA training. How do you not know that?
HIPAA.
Yeah, how are you confusing that with this legal case?
It's HIPAA. It's like, it's privileged. Oh, okay. But more importantly, though, you can hear it in his voice where they're like, he said that? It's like, yeah, yes, there is a problem with like, I hope he's licensed in Nevada because you're practicing medicine. You made a medical determination. Patrick Melton should not fly on an airplane. He was not going to be able to attend that hearing. If it's in my medical expert opinion, were you practicing medicine without a license in Nevada? Like, ooh, imagine risking your livelihood for Patrick Melton. Imagine risking your livelihood to own Aaron Imholt. And Dabbleverse, just say it with me. Nick and Aaron are both massive pieces of shit of pretty much the same quality. Mm-hmm. They won't, though, but like they're literally both turds in the same toilet. Like,
I couldn't agree more, actually. Yeah, I believe that. Yeah, I think that too. One is less than the other, I think. Yeah, because the steel toe stuff, I think he thinks that he's going to win. And he's going to put it all behind him. He's already done the victory dance, but it's just like,
that they get so mad when they're like, somebody said today, like, why are you defending Aaron? I'm like, Aaron's not my friend. I'm not defending him. If I was defending Aaron, I'd be inviting, I'd invite him halfway across the country to come be like the guest of honor at my event. I didn't do that. I'm clearly not defending him. Like, I don't condone what he does. He's not my friend. He'll never be my friend. I don't want him to be my neighbor.
The only smart person was April, who disappeared. And
April's the smartest person in this whole thing. But like Dr. Steve, like, there's so many problems. Sorry, I was like, but sure. Dr. Steve, there's so many problems though. Like, Nick's like, oh well, the attorney was gonna. You know what's gonna happen if you show an opposing party shows up with sketchy documents? You gotta fire up your phone. Boop 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 boop. If you can't find it with a cursory Google search, that immediately really raises a bullshit flag to attorneys and courts. Why can't we find this guy right away? What is this? What's going on? This is not looking good. I hope Dr. Steve, I mean, it sounds like he's a nice guy, but it's like, imagine exposing yourself to massive liability for Hackamania and for Aaron Imholt, like to own Aaron Imholt. Like, that's not.
Yeah, that's just, it's ridiculous. And I don't know, what would you be thinking? What would be going through your head? The beers must have been flowing in Vegas then if you were thinking that was a good idea to.
If I had to guess, I'm assuming he wrote something for Patrick Melton and Melton misrepresented it to the court.
Oh.
Or I mean, maybe he wrote something and I don't know, maybe it got forged or something. I don't know. But when you listen to that clip, he sounds very concerned. Like, he said, what? It's almost like how he responds to it. This is the cost of being Patrick and Moody's friend. Like, that ain't worth the cost, man. Like, find other friends.
Oh, and I guess this goes back to what I was going to say before is I get Shuli and Carl. I get what they're doing. Yeah. John, I sort of get it, but
I guess a lot of this is going to feel like it's out of context as well because it's not the full show. I just see like at least a couple of jump cuts. So I guess when you think about it, they clipped probably all the stuff that like Dan doesn't know because he's stupid. I guess that this is weird. Like, why would you risk it all for this? I mean, if Hackamania is just an event, if you knew beforehand, then why couldn't you just be like, right, we're gonna do all these things to make it right, and then we're gonna do our obligations, and we're gonna do things the right way. We're gonna like send in doctor's notes and stuff. I'm sure there was plenty to plan, plenty to put together, organize stuff. But like, I find it to be really strange that you would just potentially fuck your own case up against him, especially when you're like, oh yeah, he's definitely doesn't have a case or anything. We could definitely win, and we could definitely get this whole thing thrown out because we're not a threat to him, like physically. We're just people just goof on him on the internet and stuff. These people just take it too seriously, like lawsuits and striking and doxing and all this bullshit. The fuck? Have fun. Let's just do stuff like this. Chill the fuck out, man. Fuck.
Didn't do it maybe the right way.
Why is Steve jumping in this?
Yeah.
Like, I don't.
Why is Steve jumping in, and why are Melton and Rekieta not doing everything that they can to mitigate the legal aspect? Like, why are they just perpetuating and making this worse than it is?
I can tell you why. Because Patrick Melton's listening because Nick has come in and Nick comes in as Aaron bad, and they go, yeah, Aaron bad. You must be a good man, smart man. You know, they didn't watch his previous court case where he had the same attorneys and how that all turned out. But they go, yes, Aaron bad. You know, you must be smart. And for some reason, Nick has blown a lot of smoke up Melton's ass about like, oh, we got it in the bag. I know what I'm doing. I like to think that's the case because otherwise, I don't know what Melton's placing all his faith in here other than he goes, oh, movie sucks. I'm going to win. That's a horrible legal strategy because Aaron's got a good attorney. And yes, Aaron's a victor. Like, I think Aaron, the scales have tipped in Aaron's favor at this point. And Aaron's at victory formation. This is where people like Aaron needs to run the clock. They don't know what that means. Aaron just has to not fumble. He's going to take a couple of snaps and he's going to take some knees. But at this point, like, Nick's like, I've got a secret. That's not a real thing in the law. You don't have like secret, like mic drop moments. This isn't like an episode of Suits like that. It doesn't work that way. You know, he's like,
what's this say? Unbanned Josh Denny fan says Kiwi Farms has found Steve's real name and confirmed he's not licensed in Nevada. Ooh. Interesting. Let me guess Kiwi Farms definitely hasn't done $2 Dork any fucking favors. Considering you look him up on that, you just put in that in Google and you find like this whole rabbit hole for it, like this guy. It's wild, man. It's fucking wild. It's like we've just added a whole new chapter to the Dabbleverse. Now, Dr. Steve isn't a real doctor. Oh. We're going to find out that Patrick Melton isn't really fat. That Super Tips is actually his, and Moody is not a New Zealander. He's actually like I guess like a robot or something. I don't know. I don't know what they do over there. Fuck. Weirdos.
They better know the statutes. It's like, if there was some sort of statutory or procedural thing you could have won on, you'd be going for the kill shot now. You don't take the kill shot at the end of the fight. I think at this point, as long as Aaron doesn't f up, there's going to be a lot of dabblers going like, what happened? Nick said we were going to win. You know, General Steiner's army was coming in to save the day, and General Steiner never showed up. What the hell?
A lot of these guys just can't keep their mouths shut and let their lawyers do the work.
So I guess what he's trying to say is it's going to be another win for the toe. I mean, we don't want him out of the picture. It's just more the fact that like he's just put this thing that like up against Patrick and Nick for some reason to say like, well, he's a threat to my family. All they really do is like talk about him. Really, just goof on him, shit on him and stuff. That means like, if this all goes to shit for Patrick, does that mean that this little piggy will be gone? They can't do it anymore? Like anything related to Steel Toe is gone as well? Fuck, that's like nearly his whole catalog. Because Nobody Likes Onions covers Steel Toe every day. He has no life. At all. His whole life and purpose, the only reason he got big is because he started covering Steel Toe. Holy fuck. Patrick better sell his house that he doesn't really own. He better tell his wife that, oh my god, we're going to have to sell the house. I'm sorry. Or she might just boot him out. Like, this is all your fault. And then just boot him. And then, yeah, he'll have to stream from the streets of Vegas. Something. I'm just spitballing. I don't know. All I know is what I see and what I hear and read and stuff on here. I don't know anything specific.
Get a good lawyer, and
that's a normal thing all over the internet, though. I don't know what Nick and Melton could do at this point, because they refuse to acknowledge, like, we should just leave it alone. Like, I think if they had left it alone and they had just shut up from the start, this probably would be over by now and it would have been resolved in their favor. But the first thing Nick does as soon as the HRO comes out, he's out there screaming about a bounty on Twitter. And it's like, why wouldn't you just do that privately and quietly through back channels? Then nobody would ever have known about it. And then you could have gotten all this ammunition you wanted. But instead, he's out there screaming about a bounty, which is like, I'll show you harassment. And then they've had these hour-long things where they just air out Aaron's shit over and over again. No, that's not how you win you're trying to show the judge, look, Judge, I'm not that asshole he's accusing me of being. Yet in the meantime, you're acting like that asshole. It's like, I don't know, man. I don't know. What do I know? I'm just a fat lawyer. Nick knows better. Nick's
got it all figured out. Nick knows what he's doing.
He's got it all figured out. He apparently screaming at opposing counsel and yelling at him, and that's all perfect. He's gonna, not only the judge is dumb, the judge is a dummy head. My lawyers are dummy heads. Aaron lawyer's a dummy head. I'm the one who knows the real law. And he's like, I'm gonna go into that hearing and I'm gonna be like, Alakazam! And the judge's gonna go, you're right. Nick, you win. Aaron, you have to go to jail and get raped to death for 6 months. Like, that's what they think is gonna happen, and it's not gonna happen now. They had their chance to win this. And I don't think they're going to get it now. I clearly think Aaron has the upper hand. Not by much. But you don't have to win by much. You just have to win.
Can a Tennessee doctor issue a cert in Nevada for a case in Michigan?
I think he means in Minnesota.
Oh, in Minnesota. I'm sorry.
Well, no, he's practicing medicine without a license. You can't telemedicine either. If I'm in a...
Dr. Steve. Farewell in my throat. So Dr. Steve, practicing without a medical certificate or med cert or whatever the fuck. It's a Doubleverse conspiracy. Ooh. I would love to hear the explanation for that. Whether it's actually something that they do that's happened. I mean, I don't know how it works, but wouldn't you need a medical a cert or some kind of certification in every state that you practice in? I don't know. I'm assuming it works like that here too in Australia, but I don't know what it's like over there in the Americas. Someone in the chat tell me. I'm very stupid.
Ohio, and I go to California and I'm talking to my doctor. Technically, that doctor's now practicing medicine in California if he's assessing me for things. Now, if it's already part of ongoing treatment, okay, yeah, maybe you can get around that. Nobody will care. But just as Dr. Steve showing up from 2,000 miles away saying, yeah, he's hurt, that's practicing medicine, and he doesn't have the license to do that. So, I mean, like I said, it's I'm mad.
There's a lot of questions that arise.
I hope this guy is not really his career over for Patrick Melton. Ooh.
I don't want to be these guys having legal issues with people.
There's no incentive to walking into a lawsuit. There's never any reason to do that. If you witness the thing, okay, maybe that makes sense. But, this Dr. Steve guy just jumping in the middle of this, now that's going to get investigated. Maybe it's all on the up and up. But now, let's say, whatever happens, that the state medical boards get involved. And it turns out everything's okay. Do you really need them sniffing around you? No, you don't want that. I'm sure that's not a good sleep-filled night when you find out that's happening. Even if you're okay, it's not what you need. And it's once again, doing all this for the Dabbleverse. It's man.
All right. So you need to be certified as a doctor in every state you practice in. Not sure if that affects writing doctor states. It might. Well, I guess if he was actually certified as a doctor in Nevada, then he would probably have to. It wouldn't matter because he's actually he's fully certified. Be no question to his integrity. But because he's not, then I guess it kills into question, doesn't it? It could be something that might fuck with the case just a little bit. They're just oh, you're a doctor? And it's the It's like if you're on a plane and someone like has a heart attack or something, be like, "Is anyone here a doctor?" And then someone like goes, "I'm a doctor in like well, whatever. I got a PhD in whatever in astrology or something like that." And it's like, "Oh, he's really not a doctor. Like he's actually someone who like looks at the stars or something." I can tell you what your star sign is. But I guess like Dr. Steve isn't like an astrologist. Just yeah. I don't know. Who knows? Well, who has the time to look into these things about these people? I just kind of like go, all right, well, maybe that's what it is. But then all the spies, and then all like the all the secret agents out there that are like looking into the stuff, all the detectives. I mean, guess they know how. They'll do it, right? Everyone's a detective when they want to know something, right? It's just in our nature.
Thank you.
Banana feeder for
astrologer Steve. Yeah. I don't even think they call them doctors. Like Master of the Stars.
$5. Sean, how accurate was Rekida's daughter's coke test? Why wouldn't he file a motion to retest her?
I mean, here's the problem. We would like to know. I mean, he says we couldn't do X, Y, and Z. We would know the whole story, but somebody also then decided we needed to close off the court case to the world. So we don't actually know. I don't know. I don't know why things weren't happening, why things didn't happen the way they did or how they did. I don't know, but I will just say, imagine my shock of being a lawyer now for 12 years and dealing with hundreds and hundreds of children's services cases over that time where, wow, mom and dad are complete junkies and one of the kids gets into the drugs and has a bad day. You're like, shocker. Like that literally happens all the time. So, who knows how it got into her system, but it did.
Rekida's putting on a pretty good face these days, but like, I mean, how does he still have? They still have the kids and everything. Were they able to get through that? Do we even know that?
I mean, they got the kids back, but this is where like Nick's like, we got him back in record time. But based on the way Nick alluded to other things later on, that Children's Services had still come out and checked up on them. That means they were in like some sort of protective supervision situation and setting where like the court's like, okay, you can have them back, but the agency has the ability to just go zoink and yank them back if they need to in an emergency. So, and I mean, the ultimate way he could prove all this if he got him back in record time is, a stamped journal entry saying, hey, it's all done. But, I'm just a lawyer. What do I know? Like, that's how you can prove things are over. It's like, a judgment entry saying this case is hereby dismissed, pop, 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 done.
I guess I'll give $2 Dorky here some credit. He's actually like having he's listening, he's not butting in, he's like he's not washing anyone's balls or whatever the fuck that saying is. That's stupid. I hate that saying. It's so stupid. Can we call that something else? Come on with a different term for that. So like Stevie Lou says it all the time. It's just like ugh. But yes, I will give $2 Dork some props here that he's not like making about kissing up someone's ass. He's actually like listening. He's actually having a conversation with Sean here about like with lawful stuff and all that. So yeah, it's a bit surprising actually. This is probably the more surprising thing about this too, is that he can actually hold a conversation without licking someone's ass while doing it. Yeah, it's nearly finished anyway. We'll watch some more of his ass licking when it comes to John soon. We'll watch John too.
And, he certainly has access to those given the fact it's his family's case. So,
yeah, I was thinking maybe their parents come in and there's like a conservatorship or some wacky thing. And, you get to see the kids, but.
No, I don't think there's anything like that. Because they wouldn't have. I mean, yes,
that's a good
the biggest thing is like reunifying the family. What are generally families, people in these situations, they have problems like no jobs, housing instability, because they're couch surfing housing instability, gone. jobs.
Other than not paying the taxes on that one, the side chick house there. Or
yeah,
whatever.
But that's not really, that doesn't affect the kids ultimately.
Okay. Yep.
Well, they didn't pay the mortgage on the big house, man, the massive house. They had to sell the little house to pay for the mortgage on the big house and pay that off. But like they don't have housing stability. They've got, apparently they were finally able to convince Children's Services and the Guardian about how drugs got into the home in the first place, and they promised not to do it again and prevent that from happening. All those things that generally get addressed. They went through drug and alcohol treatment. They probably did a couple different things, complying with the safety plan or whatever they call it in Minnesota. So, yeah.
They do like that. Like the Ricadas look like they're doing a lot better as well. I don't know about the kids and all that, but you've seen like Kayla and Nick, like when they were been walking around. She's been on stream with him a couple of times since he's been back. But that's been more recent, I think. But yeah, they look like they're doing a lot better. He's a little bit unhinged and stuff when he talks, like on his stream. I think I saw a clip today. And he made no sense at all. He was just like, you sound like Scarlet. Like, you're like, what? What? What are you talking about? But I guess like not having coke in your kid's hair is a good place to start. Like throw all the drugs away, get clean, do everything right. Like, yeah.
They were ahead of the curve on a lot of things because usually people are like, mom and dad need to get clean because they're doing heroin all the time. And they relapse in the middle of it. And mom and dad don't have phones and their phones are always getting shut off. And they don't have a house and they won't get a house. And, especially places like where they live. Think about trying to find a house for a couple of kids in rural Minnesota or rural Ohio or rural anywhere. Holy shit, that's like trying to find a unicorn. All those things generally don't happen. So yeah, he got him back fast, but it's because he already had a house and a bunch of things already going in his favor. It wasn't because he's an all-star and he speed ran it. He already started out better off than most people in that situation.
Did you see any of the video of him today? Maybe you did because I saw you watching MLC or some show. Did you see the video of him today all gussied up with that suit and the hair all spiked up? And
I mean, I'll say like I wear colorful shirts and ties, so I'm not going to sit here and shit on him for that. But he wants to, like, I don't know, he's hip and cool and he's a fun guy. I don't know. I mean, like, I'm not going to make fun of him for that because, like,
he's a fun guy. He's a mushroom man. Get it. Mushrooms, fun guy. Fuck yeah. Woo!
It's a shirt and tie. So,
that clip's over anyway. It's like 3 seconds. Fuck that. Let's move on to the next one. Oh, what a boring stay to start. I feel like he gets more energy when he's talking to John. Watch how different he is with John. This is from, so some of these clips I'm bringing up are from the past few days. They're not like in order. They're just from what I've seen and stuff too. These two from Mossy clips. Oh, they're all Mossy clips. They're all Will Heron stuff. So I mean, you could watch all these out of sequence and stuff, and it still feel like the same show. Audio-wise, you could probably do it. Let's share this one. So this from a few days ago. I guess you could kind of guess. I mean, he's wearing the Sam Bibley sunglasses there. Shout out to Sam Bibley, whose Dan stole his look from him. Yeah. And also shout out Will Heron as well. I don't know why he wastes his time here, but he does. Good for him. Good for him. All right. Let's watch the next one.
Keanu had Deb on last night. Did you catch any of that? Did you see that?
Well, yeah, that's what I was talking about. So, like I said, look, I'm a fan. I mean, I'm a friend of Rob Saul, I thought. So he took one little dig and he said that we were never that close, when he did Shitway and Lady K show. Okay. And then his explanation was, well, he only considers his friends, his close friends, people in his family. Okay. That's fair enough. But my only response to that is, well, you know, I'm a lot closer than Shitway and Lady K have ever been to you. You know, because they have been awful to you, and I've been really, you know, I've had your back and always been on your side, right? Yeah. So that's that.
I'm guessing he'd be like, after all I've done for you, I've been nothing but nice to you. We were friends. I did this and that for you. Like you say anything bad about him, like even after you've been friends with him, then everything he said good about you now is like later on, it's like you're a terrible person. You were this, you're that, you're shit, you're horrible. It's like it's like the loop. It's like the things he tells us about them later is things he's probably thought of at the time when he was friends with them. Like he goes on with this dog dealer thing all the time. I think I've heard it more from him lately than I ever did from the other guys. Just saying.
Then I would just got wind of this other one that he took at me with Keanu and Deb. And he said, well, the only reason why people watch John is to mock. You know, he didn't say mock, but he said but they watch John for the wrong reasons. Like as if like I'm some kind of fucking clown. And I know I could be silly,
self-awareness,
but I could also be damn serious, and I could be fucking. Well, I'm a great broadcaster, myself, and I'm charismatic and I'm funny. You know, I'm the one that does stand up all over the country. I'm the one that's been on all these great shows that considered me a funny, talented guy.
Can I just ask you one thing real quick? Just something I noticed.
You gotta believe. I do tours all over the country. I'm a funny guy. I'm like big noting himself. Yet does the same act that he's done for the last 30 years plus. Like, if you're a real comic, you would want to like do new jokes like all the time. If you're a creative, you'd be like, right, we're going to talk about this now. We might throw in some nostalgia stuff, but like you would be constantly trying to work out like what, you know, you'd be working out new material as you go. I mean, I think Ray DeVito does that terribly and poorly, I think, but I think, yeah, he does that as well. Yeah, I mean, funny, unintentionally funny. He is a clown, biggest one here.
Yeah. Did you have to fast for the surgery or something? Did you have to like not eat or drink for? Because it looks like you kind of like, because after you got hurt, you weren't going to the gym. You kind of got a little bloated, but you look like you kind of like you lost the bloat.
Yeah, I couldn't. I couldn't drink anything. And last night I didn't really drink any beer. I was just kind of out of it. But anyway.
Okay, sorry to derail there. I just noticed you look a little thinner.
Okay, but I'm just saying. He said so, but they watch him for the wrong reasons. Now that's what Pocky has been saying, and that's where I take exception because now he's repeating shit that Pocky and all the people in the pores say. Like, well, John's only entertaining as their buffoon. You know what I mean? Like, now that's
Stuttering John is the pause. He's absolutely the pause. He's literally the definition of the pause. Such a nut rider. Yeah, I know, right? Like, he's so different here, like with John, but then he's with like someone else, like potentially criminal, and they like he's so much more like it's not an act when he was doing that with him, whereas this is like an act. This is all a fucking act. With no end game. It's like he's just planning to like just ride this thing out until he's completely exhausted with it. You end up the same way as all the others. They always do. You know, like you'll shower him with all these compliments, kiss his ass, you know, do all this stuff to appease him, make him happy, and, you know, self-soothe and all that kind of bullshit. But we know, we've seen it before. It'll loop back again, and then all these good things that John said about him, saying about Dan, they will come back to bite him in the ass because he'll be like, well, he's a terrible person. And he'll bring up all the stuff that he's been accused of doing. The whole Kiwi Farms thing, the whole thread there, the O&A forums and all that. And then Dan will go running back to Deb. And I hope Deb, a lovely lady, by the way, I hope she tells him to get fucked. Like, seriously, I think that, like, people just need to, like, have some integrity and be like, right, you want to do this kind of stuff, then you're exiled. You're fucking out of here. You're gone. No longer welcome in my sphere. And that's that.
It's a shot, you know? But again, I'm not going to go there. I'm just going to say, okay, maybe, you know, he'll have a reason to say, because there are people in the pores. But here's a guy that wore that nose and glasses, and Shitway called him an anti-Semite. And I stood by his side over and over again, saying it's a novelty thing. It's not anti-Semitic. I defended him like crazy. There's a guy that used to say that because of me, I helped him get monetized. Because when he would come on my show, people would go over to his show. I would do his show, and he would get more and more viewers, more watch hours, and everything else.
You supported him like no one has ever supported him.
And then here's a guy who Shitwearing Lady K were calling him a dog diddler, and I
see, like he keeps saying it over and over
repeatedly defended him every step of the way. And when he had a criminal thing, I sent him my
right now
criminal report that I filed against somebody that I won't mention. So I was always there for him. So
call the
to say that, like, why, Dan? Like, you know, and I'm not going to trash him, but like, why? Like, do you gotta go with the army of dweebs? Like, do you gotta go with them just to appease them? Meanwhile, you're throwing a friend, a guy that had your back all the time. I'm the guy that invited him to the Belmont.
I'm the bad guy. Look
over
at the bad
and over
guy.
again. So, you know, and I was going to pay him, and I was working with Dirty Deeds to get him a ride so he didn't have to take a bus. Like, all of that. And then why take that dig with Deb? Why?
Well, he's acting like little Lord Fauntleroy with the sobriety right now. Like, he thinks he's the belle of the ball. He's getting all this like positive reinforcement. So
here comes the bullshit now. Here's something. He was the guy. You did all the things for him. You were really good to him. You did all this stuff. You made his life better. You didn't call him a dog dealer. Like, he does this. The way he talks, the cadence and how he speaks is just like, he's like da 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 da. Like, it's so weird. It's just, he did this the other day too, and now I can't stop hearing it. Like, every time he speaks, I just hear that. It's like it goes. It's sort of like it stays like a bass line and then just drops down, and then like the new sentence starts, and it just goes over and over and over again.
I'll tell you a little secret. Shuli has reached out to me behind the scenes and made similar offers to me. What? Oh, you know, Dan, come into the, you know, we'd love to have you on the show. You know, this fake sincerity bullshit behind the scenes. Well, guess what? I wasn't born fucking yesterday. I don't go along with that bullshit. Shuli, and I don't necessarily have anything personal. Like,
Shuli said he has the messages on his, like, I guess on his ex. He's like, I'll share them. I'll show you if you want. I'll give you the proof of what I said. But he doesn't want to blow up his spot. He wants to respect it and trust it and stuff. Dan is doing exactly what Drunk Robs did. Try to attach himself to John to float his awful podcast like a barnacle. Yeah, and like, see how that got him. It got him really fucked up, drunk, off his face. And like, he was a terrible person. And I'm sure he admitted that like a few times since he's been back. But it's good to see him doing better. Again, if you're a problem drinker, it's hard to get sober. But the other thing of it too, I've noticed, I think what was it? Well, people always trying to tell John to not drink, to stop drinking. I feel that like if he'd stopped drinking, he'd probably be dead. He'd probably just like his body probably going like shock or something from not having the beers, and he'd probably drop dead. That's just generally how that sort of thing works. Your body's become too reliant on it. It's like when people that are addicted to drugs, when they stop, rather than like weaning themselves off it, they basically like they drop dead because their body is completely it's just too used to it now. Becomes part of their system, so they just completely like fall apart. I would think that would happen here too. I think he kind of needs to like lighten up what he drinks big time, like just slowly get his way out of it, because I think that like he would probably die. I'd be sad at that because like like so many people have asked him, like they've tried to help him, give him a lifeline. Oh yes, drinking plus Klonopin is no joke. Yeah, of course, but I mean I know they're light beers and stuff he drinks, but still that's gonna have some real bad effect on you too, like fuck you up. This is why he's on his own. That's why people don't really seem to like, you don't see them around him very often. Like he's lost all that support that he had before, if he had it. But it seems to me like people have tried, but then they've just gone, nah, well, we'll leave you to your own devices then. That's just how it works. Can't help those who won't help themselves. Same thing with saving them. They've got to be able to save themselves before, like what Rob did, basically, like went and put himself in there, got help, continuing to get help, because Gobbles' grandfather had like a really bad drinking problem at some point there, like but I guess back in the 60s, I guess, like he had like a really bad drinking problem, and then ever since then he'd be doing the AA stuff and all that and helping people that were struggling too. He'd always be scared that he was gonna like get the taste for it again, so he stuck to like if someone would open up a bottle of Coke, or drank from his Coke, he would open a new one because like he wouldn't trust it. Like he would be like, oh no, even though it's around people that he could trust, he just didn't want to run the risk of like falling into like the addiction again. So, I guess he's not going to go out the easy way, that's for sure. He's going to go out with a beer in his hand, and he's going to go out live on stream. I can just see it. Like it's not the death pool now. It'll be like some point down the track. He's got too much beer in his blood system. What I'll say.
He's a snake. He does it to everybody.
But he's a snake. He's so phony, and he tries to play the nice guy. Oh, let's talk. Hey, let's talk behind the scenes. Oh, we got this in common. He's good at that. That's one thing he's good at, is trying to like network and get people to be on his side. Well, I'm not Rob Saul. That ain't gonna work on me. I know what side of the aisle I'm on. I'm on this side of the aisle. Rob Saul should have known.
He's on the Dork side.
Who was there when he was at rock bottom? Because he was at rock bottom for a while there. He was he was digging. The only person, or one of the only people that was there for him, was you.
Yes.
You kept you threw him a lifeline when he needed the most. So for him to turn his back on you,
exactly,
and so quickly, and so there's no reason for it.
He becomes sober, and then he does this show, and he called me from rehab. It's like, how do you go from calling me from rehab to then going on pointless battle point and then saying we were never that close? How does that happen?
He needed you in those days. Like
he needed you.
I mean, you guys were thick as thieves. I don't know what happened. And I don't know if they reprogrammed his mind. Maybe they said, well, you can't be around guys that drink, or I don't know what it is. But to me, it says that he's less of a man if he can't acknowledge the people that were there.
Oh, he's not a man. He's less of a man because of that. Interesting. So owning up and fessing up and saying like, oh, I've got a problem, it means he's less of a man. Okay. I guess I'll take it from this dork.
There for him, and to go and
he's
try to curry favor with
so
those slime bags. I mean, come on, man. It's just it's disappointing.
As Vegas Bear Sells Jerry just texted me. He said, now that Rob can't drink or do drugs, like he gets dopamine from getting all this praise from the dabblers. Like it's like this.
It's correct. Yes.
Do you know what I mean? So
that's
now
exactly. I've seen the.
But why does that include throwing me under the bus? Like what did I do? Like I was there for you. That's all I did. Like when they bring me up, can't you just say, John's always been good to me. I'm not gonna say anything.
Because they're giving him positive reinforcement, and he knows that positive reinforcement will continue if he bashes you. It's spineless. What a real man doesn't do that. That's a fucking, an invertebrate does that, because it's so self-serving. Like, I don't care who your friends were. Like, if you go through like a rehab or whatever, and even if you got a friend that's still like drinking or using, you don't just
taking these sips. They're like gulps of beer. Like, he just can't help it. He has to drink a beer every time. And they're probably hot too. Like if you had like a cooler or something, we call them eskies here, with ice and beer in them, it wouldn't be too bad. But I think he drinks hot beer. That's terrible. I can't even drink like hot soft drink or hot water. Well, maybe. I don't know. But I couldn't drink fucking hot beer. No way.
Fucking throw him out with the trash just because you went sober. It's crazy. I don't get it, and I think very little of Rob Saul right now. In fact, the Rob Saul is going to learn something in the next week. This is my prediction. This is Dan of the future right now talking. He's not going to be getting those dopamine hits anymore. Like, people are not going to be all that impressed. People are going to be supportive. I don't think people are going to like not be supportive, but it's not going to be like, oh, congratulations, Rob. Like, you can only fucking ride that wave for so long. Then people are just like, okay, what's your show about? Like, what are you doing? Like, I don't care that you're sober. There's a lot of people that are sober that don't make it part of their personality. His whole personality right now is, and this is another thing. Every day he goes in a show. Oh, it's day 77. I'm talking to my sponsor. I'm going to get my chip next week. It's so AA trash cult fucking mentality. It's disgusting. And Rob Saul should be ashamed of himself.
Yeah. Down the future is still stupid. Yeah, it's very stupid. But this is from a few days ago, so I don't think this prediction came true. I think it's starting to slow down a little bit for Rob, but like he's doing all right. I've been listening to his shows here and there. I think he's actually like, now that he doesn't have to like carry Johnny on his shoulders, he's not too bad. He's all right.
Well, I'll always say, Dan, that one of the things that irritate me, and I'm talking about Jackie the Joke Man now, is that when they become sober, they start frowning on their friends that still drink. Yes. And meanwhile, Jackie and I used to drink together. We were drinking buddies on the, and then suddenly one becomes sober, and then he starts looking down upon me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I hate when people get sober and then they start acting all sanctimonious.
Oh shit, hold up. Stop sharing that. Back. I'll just share it again. Second. One. Screen. All right. Okay. Yeah, like, I don't think he's looking down on John because he's like sober. I think he's just like grateful for like his continued existence, like without the alcohol. He did it for his daughter. Like, he didn't want his daughter to see him like that on streams all the time. Wouldn't you? Like, if your kid was like, if you thought your kid was gonna find out that you're like a drunken old fucking idiot on stream, like, wouldn't you be like, well, I'm gonna try and better myself now because I don't want them to see this? And if they do and they see me now, they'll be like, oh, okay, Dad, you look better now. Like, yeah, I like him too. I actually like him better now than what I did beforehand, because I think I said it yesterday too. I think that I felt bad for him, like when Keanu and Ava went off at him and were just giving him so much shit, and John was just sitting there with a stupid drunken fucking smile on his face, like, this is your buddy, like, you look after it, like, look out for him, defend him or something. But then, like, you just left him out to hang. And it's like, I just found it to be very, like, distasteful, especially for someone that's like, I was your friend. After all I've done for you, I've helped you get monetization and stuff. I just thought it was really, like, in poor taste. I guess, like, Rob has every right to, like, shit on him. Still, it's pretty funny actually to listen to. So I've been kind of like tuning in and out. It's fucking hilarious. He's definitely opened up more doors for himself, which is really good to see and really good, like, good to hear as well. So,
I mean, Dan, when will people finally realize what a fucking worm this guy is?
If anyone other than Stuttering John was doing a stand-up performance in New York City, had someone rush the stage, slap the notes out of their hand, make a big scene, get the crowd all riled up, making it all about them. If that was Bob Levy, if it was Kevin Brennan, if it was Shuley, if it was Cumia, if it was anybody, it would have been all their fanatics, all their sycophants would have been up in arms. But because it's John, that's just the price of being Stuttering John. It's unfair. You were treated differently than everyone else. You were held to a different standard, and everything you do is criticized unfairly. And then, on top of it all, they steal all your content. They record it. They tell all your jokes. They try to undermine you at every step of the way. You're just getting what's yours. You're just getting what you
tell all the jokes. It's hard to tell the jokes that you've told for like 30 years, like all the same shit. Like, I don't understand this, like, reasoning, like, they stole his content, they took it. It's like they went into his house and they just stole his content. They're just like, right, taking this, take this. Like, the dude's a public figure. He's not immune to being criticized, or he's not immune to being having things talk, any kind of like criticism at all. Like, he is right where he wants to be. And, for all this to really just go away, I think you would have to just disappear. Don't engage. Completely, like, take yourself off the map altogether. That would be the only way it stops. Don't even, like, look in there. It's like, don't even look. Just walk away. Like, he could do it, but he loves it too much. I just know he loves it too much because he does these streams all the time. Like, you can go on and on and on and on and on about it, all like about how he hates it, and he wants, he wants to get what's his and stuff, and this chill dork bag wants him to, like, believe everything he's telling him. I lost my train of thought. Let's keep watching. It might come back to me in a minute.
You deserve, and it's there. One thing I want to talk about something that I heard, a little bit of a rumor. I'll tell you in a second, but they seem right now like the rats are scurrying around. They're getting nervous because now is the time where repercussions happen. Repercussions for all these years of actions that they've taken. Now there are real world repercussions that they're about to face. And they could say whatever they want. They're getting really fucking nervous. And I can tell. I think everyone can tell. And the reason I can tell is because of the way that they're striking out at you. The Cumia stuff. The stuff that they're saying, on all these shows. They're ramping up the rhetoric because they're scared of you right now. So and $1,000, they're losing their fucking minds. I don't know if you've seen online. Everybody is like, how could John doesn't deserve it. Anybody that sends him money. Meanwhile, these fuckers made 20 grand laundering money through Dr. Steve, and nobody said boo about it. But you try to make some money, defend yourself, and it's a big
laundering money through Dr. Steve. Oh, Dr. Steve's back on the agenda again. Ooh, Dr. Steve. He's like the Dabbleverse doctor, and like also Kingpin of the Dabbleverse. Is there like Breaking Bad or something like that? Oh boy, I'd love to talk to Dr. Steve about all this stuff. Actually, like there's so many people I want to talk to in this space that I have questions and I want to learn more about them as well. I'd even talk to these two fools as well, but I don't think John would like me very much. I'm too I got too many questions and I'm too opinionated. So they put on my gravestone. He was too opinionated and he had too many thoughts. Rest in peace. Probably. It would be probably very close to that, actually.
Fucking deal. So it's crazy out there, man. It's nuts.
Well, let's face it, those trolls, they don't care about what's right or wrong. They just care about tormenting me for some strange reason, because I never did anything to any of these fucking keyboard warriors, ever.
No ethics, no consistency, total hypocrisy. And yeah, they're keyboard warriors. You said it exactly correct. These guys, right from their basements. And you know what's funny? So Carl now is kind of coming back at me. So now I'm getting a little bit of blowback, which is fine. I knew that's what I signed up for. It's cool. But all of their little keyboard warriors now are in my tweets. They're on my YouTube videos. They're in the comment section making the same stupid, tired comments. They're not even fucking smart or original. But they listen to Carl and Shuley. Carl and Shuley give.
I would say he's talking about me as well. It's probably. I think I'm caught up in that. Like I don't really go to Carl's chat at all. Shuley's, yeah, but like I think I found out more outside of this than from them. Yeah, exactly. He just likes the guests who praise him, and everyone that's gone on there, they do it. They know how to do it. They do it. Yeah, John once yelled out, "Mr. Melendez, big fan," and he lit right up. Nice stuff there. Of course. You've got to sing your praises to him. You got to kiss his ass. Got to tell him that he was a good boy. He did all the good things. His comedy's great. Every acting role he did was great. One Too Many was fantastic. His time on Leno was awesome. He was a great announcer that could do it from the fourth row. That he was a really good call screener, that he was, just completely kiss up to him. Like, yeah, everyone else is John good, everyone else bad. Like, the guy's got a big history of all this bad shit that he's done to people. Like, all his backhanded bullshit, shadowy, kind of like bullying tactics behind the scenes. But, like, he's the good guy. He's the good guy, right? He is the good guy. John good, everyone bad. 4'3", by the way. He's probably my height. I'm not very tall either. I'm thinking we might be about the same height, or maybe a little bit. He might be a little bit less. Oh, good morning, the chicken Tim. Tim 422. I'm sorry, fuck that one up. Welcome. You know what? You being here is out fucking standing. Yeah. Oh yes, yeah. The worst combo is Duke and Dork. The Duke and Dork show. And that signage above Dork's head, stupid, is definitely like the most fitting thing. Like, I keep seeing it. It bothers me because I look at it and go, why couldn't you have like made it so the camera was like out further, the zoom was out further, so you can actually see the whole sign, because it just looks really stupid like that. Or either that, or just get a green screen and just fucking put it in there like that in the image and just alter it and stuff, rather than do it this way. It's so stupid. It just bothers me because I'm like, it's the same thing with like John's one, like the Duke. It looks like it doesn't look right behind his head. They'll never learn because it's the same backdrops every time. Like Dan could easily, like, because he's being so like resourceful and smart, like he says he is, he could definitely like make it like so you could see the sign. You know? Dan hates the Dabbleverse, yet always wants to be in it. Make him out. Yeah, see, like this. That's the other thing too. The ones that hate it the most want to be here the most. The ones that want to destroy it have got a lot of a lot of their riches, I guess, from it, which is something with the word I was thinking of, but it's very close. Like, Merch want to destroy it, Scarlet want to destroy it, like even like these two idiots want to destroy it, but they're here. They're still here. They still want to fucking be here and lap up all the money stuff. Dan is upset because his Opie and Anthony Pest stuff is all coming out. Yeah, see, like, that's what I found out too. The O&A forums and stuff. And people doxed all of them too. Like even like some of the compound media guys too were all caught up in that. Like Dan's information was out there, like his phone number, his address, and all that shit. I was like, fucking hell, these people are wild. It's bonkers. Like I don't like doxing. I don't like the fact that like Dan's family and all that got doxed and shit because I think it's stock. I just think from both sides, I think it's silly. I don't think it's right to do that to people you don't like, because it sets the precedent of like that it's okay to do that to people you don't like. It feels like it's a bullying tactic as well. My moral compass kind of like it goes a little bit around, but I at least try and have some like, I guess some morals too. Like I wouldn't want that to happen to me. That's for sure. I wouldn't want people coming after me like that. I don't care if you keep it to online and like if you're just fucking around, but like real life, that's what will bother me the most. Sometimes I wonder if the placement of stupid is intentional. Probably, yeah. Like it's probably like it's just really weird. Like, that you would do that. Like you'd have like that you would the Patrick Tomlin stuff. Yeah. That's right. That's the other one. I think that was on the O&A stuff as well. I don't even know anything about that guy that he's talking about, Patrick Tomlinson. I did see that with when Lucy Typebox and Carl were talking about it like a couple of weeks ago or last week or something. Don't know about that guy, but I know that the Pest went after a ton of people online. Yeah, that's possible too. Like, but like now, like Dan, like Toodle Dork is here. He's with John. Like he's with someone that's like very similar to him. But yeah, he's been looking for attention for a long time. He's kind of got it now. He's got it from me. But I want to go on a show with him. I actually want like, because he called me out one time. It was probably like a couple of months ago. Before all this, before he teamed up with John, became like the douchebags of the universe, whatever the fuck this is. And he said, "Bring your puppet. Bring your puppet with you. Send me. I'll send you the link when you're ready. If you want to come on." And then now that he's with John, he's just like, you're just you hide behind puppets and gimmicks and filters and all this other bullshit. I'm like, get fucked. If you want to like challenge me on this stuff, let's work out a time to do it. I'll try and be available for it. Which would be perfect right now. Like we could do it right now, but like during the week or the weekend or something like that. I could work out something. But he won't because he's a coward. Coward dork. $2 at a time. He's with John. He's like, oh yeah, John. Oh yeah, John. Oh, what's that? It's a good boy. Yeah, okay, John. Yeah, like it's just like that. He's just constantly like he's all up in his grill.
Then the marching orders, and then their little army of sycophants go out, and then they attack people with no rhyme or reason. It's fucking nuts.
I just got word. This is funny, Dan. So Poke Mike, he's a big
Pokemon. Mike. Yeah, cradle their balls. Give them a good little massage, and everything will be all right. When and if John goes away, I think Dan wants to take John's place. Yeah, I just don't think Dan's as compelling as John, though. I think John's more interesting because that's just who he is as a person. I don't think Dan's interesting enough to take his place. I mean, if anyone like unearthed like more of that stuff, like the Kiwi Farm stuff and all the O&A forums and all that stuff, he could have been centering John probably 5-10 years ago even. Apparently, he tried to big note himself, and then he was like, "Oh yeah, I'm the king. I'm the guy." And then they had the nerve to shit on Deb. And it's like, oh, she was just someone that followed me. She was drunk and all this other bullshit. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. That's not very nice. Cares she was. It's not appropriate to say that though. Like everyone likes a drink. Not like every day like these fucking pair of douchebags. But yes, it's definitely not funny, John. I don't think anything he said is funny. The only funny stuff he's ever done is when it was scripted for him. When someone wrote it for him and he went out there and did it. That's the only time he's been funny.
Ugly looking weirdo is, according to Vince, he flew for 5 hours for that Dork Fest, and he's literally laying in a queen size bed with his buddy Pocky, watching your show on Poker Mike's phone. They're laying in bed watching me.
You cannot make this stuff up. They're all playing grab ass, entertained by you every day, entertained by what they do. Let me tell you my little theory before we get into it, and we can talk about whatever you want today. So there are some people that turned their back on the Duke very recently. We can go down the line. Keanu, Grillo, Rob Saul, Chauncey Hayden, although he never really, he's, just kind of came out of the woodwork.
Yeah.
What do all three of those people, what do Rob Saul, Grillo, and Keanu have in common, do you think?
They don't have entertainment careers.
They don't have careers. They're struggling financially. They're trying to make something out of this. They want to have the grift. They want to make something happen, but it's not happening. When was the last time you had a good interaction with?
Change up. He's not listening to stuttering, John. Yeah, I guess. I mean, who really does? I mean, John doesn't listen to anyone either. You could have a conversation. You could divert the conversation to something else for him, or you could be telling him something and he'd be like, "Oh, but like this." Blah, 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 blah. I just completely checked out the conversations.
Keanu, when did it seem like you were still cool with Keanu? When was the last time?
Right after the Tommy Fox's basement gig.
Okay, so right as you guys were doing gigs together.
Yeah.
Think of the Rodney's gig. Who was at the Rodney's gig that was maybe the highest profile person there? Who would you say?
Me.
You? And then, but who's second? Who's the other? Pocky. Right around that time, Pocky started throwing out the defamation thing and got aligned with that. So here's the rumor that I'm hearing. Rob Saul also turned his back for no apparent reason, just completely, out of the woodwork. Grillo now is throwing shade at you. What if I told you that someone has gotten to all three of them? That someone is enticing them, so to speak, with favors, maybe even monetary favors, to turn their back on you, right at the time that everything is ratcheting up?
Oh, let me guess. It's Shuley. Has to be Shuley. I mean, it can't be anybody else. It has to be Shuley. Like, fuck. Shuley the bad guy. Shuley's the bad guy. Because he's been goofing on John for the past few years. Like, Shuley's the bad guy. Bad man Shuley. Good guy John. Yeah, see?
With Shuley and Carl, and now with the rhetoric with Anthony. I'm being told that Anthony is the puppet master going on right now. That Anthony is involved. What would you say to that? Do you think there could be any validity to that?
He said
Sure.
puppet. He said puppet.
To connect the dots. Follow the money. Because what does Keanu have to gain from turning her back on you? After all that you've done for her, you gave her gifts. It doesn't make any sense.
I put her on posters.
You put her on posters. Rob Saul, when he was at his lowest, you were the only one that was there for him.
Yep.
You got him monetized. And then what does he do? He just turns his back for no apparent reason.
I know.
And then Grillo, who knows what the fuck's going on with Grillo? So if you start to connect the dots, everything feels interwoven. It feels like people are getting to these guys and they're saying, just do this, go on PDP, go on one of these shows, turn your back on the Duke, and we'll take care of you. We'll get you views. Maybe they're not sending PayPals, but maybe they're like, we'll help, we'll get you the bot memberships, the other little things that they're doing behind the scenes. It's all interwoven. It's all interconnected. And it all leads back to Cumia. Cumia is involved in this He's knee deep in this shit right now, and he's helping all these guys coordinate.
The Cumia conspiracy has begun. Anthony Cumia is coordinating attacks on John. He's gonna fucking shit up. He's gonna send John broke. Oh fuck! I can't even say that seriously. Like, I don't think that like Cumia has the time to like coordinate this kind of stuff. I think that just the way he spews on this bullshit with John, like he doesn't do this with anybody else from what I've seen. It's all just John. He yeah, Cumia Country. Yeah, it's just this Cumia Country 2.0. It's kind of like the Terminator 2, like from the the big improvement from the first one. Oh, it's so conspiracy minded, like, but it feeds into the stuff that like John like probably thinks anyway. Like, oh yeah, it's Parky's fault. It's Shuli's fault. Carl's, like they're all in it to take John down. I don't think it's as complex and like as elaborate as what they're trying to say it is. They're trying to make this thing like they make a mountain out of a molehill kind of thing. And that's what this kind of like as well. But yeah, and they're jealous as well because they've been able to do something that John couldn't, and just to make money. You know, if John was like a little bit more, could laugh at himself more. You know, he might be able to like, you know, to roll with it. This is the same guy that was like, oh yeah, we used to like roast each other. We used to like do back and forth. We would bust each other's balls and stuff. But then like he can't. He doesn't know how to do it back. Like he doesn't know how to. He can do it, but he can dish it out, but he can't take it. And then that's when all the lawsuit threats happen, and like the threats of like, oh yeah, I'm gonna like, we'll go 1-on-1 in a boxing ring. We'll wear UFC gloves and all that bullshit that he goes on about. Like, we'll go 3 rounds at a 3-minute round. Like, fuck, like, dude, like, he's a coward. He won't ever do any of it. It's all fluff. The fact that this lawsuit even happened in the first place with like Shuli and Carl is a miracle to me. Like, I don't know how that happened, but like, I'm sure Vince the lawyer had something to do with it. But that's just me alleging that speculation. You know, I do think that like, but yes, this is another good point. He could accept being made he could accept being made fun of by Howard Stern, but not by people who he sees as lower than him. But like everyone to John is like lower than him. That's what he thinks anyway. He thinks that Shubli's lower than him, but he doesn't really speak that badly of Carl though. Like, have you ever noticed that? Like, he's a lot more complimentary to Carl. But then Shuli is the scum of the earth. He'd probably talk to Carl again, but he would never talk to Shuli. Like, we've seen Shuli try and engage, but then John's like, nope. Won't do it because he's a coward. And then he's like, oh yeah, I won that. It was like, how? You're shouting at him. You were trying to drown him out of the room, like what Ava does to everybody. You don't win arguments and fights by just yelling over someone and declaring victory. It's a coward way to fight. Like, it's so stupid. And I guess we find out, well, when is it? On this time next week, we'll probably find out, which will be very interesting to see if it works. John thinks Shuli got his job. Shuli owes his entire career to John, according to John. Yeah, of course. Like, John seems to think that, like, you know, it's the whole thing of like, after all I've done for you, kind of like that way of thinking. Yeah, it's always going to be someone that it's like in your life that like wants to take credit for what you're doing. They might have given you like the leg up, or you know, shown you the path, or they've put someone in contact with you and stuff. But then it's what happens next is really on you to do. They're really on you to like to take that and then move forward with it. Like, not just fucking constantly like say like, oh, I'm so grateful for you. Like, you could say it once and it still means something. Like, yeah, I'm sure people would probably try and take credit for this too, like for what I'm doing right now. Like we gave you like the, you know, it's like we put in a good word for you and blah blah this, blah blah that. It's just, I mean, how how long does a person have to be grateful for it to stick? Do I have to go on every single show and be like, right, I'm so grateful for this person, just have like a list of credits and stuff for this person at the very end of the show, or like just do it throughout it? It's just, I feel like it's a bit redundant. Surely made Surely who he is now. But greatest puppet, thank you, Crackhead Bob. After all I did for you, Gobbles, this is how you repay me. I'll repay you with shekels, since that's everyone loves to say shekels. We get shekels from Gobbles.
This, either directly or indirectly. I saw Missy B. Here's another thing. Here's another connection. Missy B has been in Rob Saul's chat almost every day now, offering to be a sponsor, offering to do all these things for him. It doesn't take a genius to put 2 and 2 together to see what's going on. They've got to all these guys.
That's a very good point.
Wait for that thumb thing to pop up on there.
And yeah, because that is odd. Why suddenly is Missy B kissing Rob Saul's ass? They hated him.
They used to make fun of him. They used to call him a dog diddler. Now she wants to be a sponsor. Now she wants to be there for him as he goes through sobriety. What changed? What real?
I'm sure people would want to be there for John if he ever did the same thing. They probably think, oh wow, that's a pretty courageous thing to do, but he never will. So this is where we're at, and this is where we'll continue to be at for like the rest of his life, however long that is.
Changed, and it all leads back to their vendetta against you. They want to bury you. They want to bury the Duke right now, but we're not.
What? John's the one that brought the lawsuit against them. And they're just fighting back because and they're like, oh, then John's like, oh, but their attorney or their lawyers like coming at me pretty hard. It's like, well, he's defending Carl and Shuley and the rest of all those guys. He's doing his job. Like, how do you not understand that? Like, you put it against them and they're defending themselves against you. This is how legal systems work, John. This is how all legal systems work, even in this country as well. Oh yeah, he's got to be trolling him, but he's not a very good troll because, I mean, there's probably some tells there I picked up on, like just from watching all these to the potentially criminal one that I was watching earlier. He was a lot more he came from like a real curious angle and like a more, I guess, more like shy, I guess. But with this, it feels performative, right? Like it just feels like it's just all an act. He's a very weird person. Very weird. It's hard to like find good clips of him because he puts his stuff behind paywalls straight away. It's like, who the fuck is buying your shit? Who's buying memberships to your show? Probably alcoholics or something. Yeah, exactly. So you know it. Everyone here knows it. I mean, I'm just saying stuff that everyone else has said, but not because they've said it, because I've watched all these things too, and I'm going, what the fuck? Like, I can form opinions of my own, and so can everyone here. It's not hard to see. Like, it's not hard to see at all. Like, you know, I'll give him props when I think he needs the props, but at this point, no. Well, I guess we'll find out in a week's time as to like what's happening, like whether Tabba, Benedict, and Bennett Susset, or whatever the Susset Bennett, whatever the fuck his name is, whether they turn up. Yeah, no, yeah, his chat is full of people just dunking on him, trashing him. Sometimes I'm in there too. Like if he's on while I'm on my break at work, I will jump in the chat, and if I feel like it anyway. It just depends on who's on at the time. Yeah, anyone, but yeah, no one. Yeah.
Not going to let him. It's not going to happen. We're not.
But
we're
the oddest thing, the weirdest thing, is I used to do Pocky's show, and we were cool. Like everything was fine, and then Artie, got a hold of him, and then, this is when Artie was on heroin, and Artie burned a lot of bridges with a lot of close friends when he was on heroin. Jimmy Palumbo.
Yeah, but like he told him to drink bleach. And his dad like fell off a roof or something like that. Like, of course, like Artie's going to be like on the defense too. Like, I mean, you basically just told him he should just go drink more bleach again because after he that like to, when he was in that dark place. Like John thinks it's like, oh, it's all Artie's fault. Like, let's blame Artie for everything that's happened in my life. He can't even take accountability or responsibility for his own fucking actions. What the heck is that? Oh yeah, absolutely. I think that like he sees himself as above Artie. Like I don't know why, because like Artie's like so much better. How? Or you might have to. What do you mean by how? I'm very stupid. Let's see it. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, he took a case of beer when Artie was getting sober and he was drinking in front of him. Like, how fucked up is that? Like, someone's like trying to get themselves healthy, and it's just he did that with Rob Saul the other day too, which was fuck. He just has no regard for anybody but himself. Fucking wild.
Included, Gino included, Sue Costello included, a lot of Bob Levy included. He burned a lot of bridges when he was on heroin, and he somehow got Pocky against me. And then,
here we go. How does he see himself as above Artie? Artie was the best thing in the Stern show. Artie was legendary. How is Sean? So yeah. Okay, so I get what you're saying now. Yeah, I get you. Yeah, like I think that he thought that like he had more airtime. He did more things. He was on the same level, if not higher than Artie. Even though like Artie and everyone that did the comedy shows with John was so much fucking better than John. Like Nick DiPaolo. Who are the other ones? You guys will know more than I do. But yes, the other thing, yeah, just mad because he didn't get the job at Compound. That was yes, that's exactly right. If he got the job at Compound, he wouldn't be acting like this towards Anthony. That's for sure. He'd be kissing his ass still now. Like, but then again, he'd probably try and take credit for what happened with the show and probably run out. He'd run away because he's a coward, pussy boy. Yes, he was a stunt boy. Glorified stunt boy. Intern, phone screener. That's it. It was his only mode. He went out there and did interviews and stuff with questions written for him. Coward. What a coward.
And then Pocky's now on the anti-stuttering John train. Every ounce of his being.
He's always been on the anti-stuttering John train. He's just figuring this out now? I've known about this since I started watching all this shit. He was looking for jobs at Opie too. Yeah, I think like those two could I don't know who's dumber out of those two. John or Opie? I mean, Opie's probably like Ron right now, isn't he? I would guess so. Sometimes he is yeah. We might watch this clip and I might jump off. Gobbles is very hungry. Needs food before he goes to bed. Does this thing all over again. We'll keep watching this. Might continue tomorrow. We'll see. I'll let you know. To check X.
I think a lot of it is political because obviously I'm a liberal.
That's
and I don't expect everybody to believe. I have right-wing friends.
Yeah. We're not buying into the fucking narratives that Carl and Shuli and all these guys are doing. Oh, and by the way, we don't support some of the stuff that they support, which we all know about. The creep,
You see, where I live, there's probably kangaroos and stuff around the place. There's some like near where Miss Gobbles lives. I've seen the kangaroos out the front there at like early morning sometimes. Big ones, small ones. Never any dead ones though, which is good. We don't really eat roos here unless like that's. Apparently, roo meat is very different. Like it's kind of like I don't know if it's very like tarty or what's the other word for it? Like gamey and stuff. I don't know, but some people eat kangaroo. Sure. Some people eat like crocodile as well. Crocodile meat. Ugh. Make handbags out of that stuff too.
Degeneracy stuff that they do, which is all, the more you learn about it. I've heard a lot of rumors about Hackamay, what goes on there. And
hold on.
trust
Let me
me,
get a beer. All right, then.
sure.
Oh.
Yeah, Hackamania, the drug trade. I mean, that's not the only thing they're trading. I don't know if you guys know about thumb drives.
Oh yeah, so like drugs and like yeah, it's gonna be like, oh yeah, hard drives are getting swapped around with everyone at Hackamania. Yeah, because everyone on that side's all PDFs. Fucking bullshit, man. Like I don't believe it. I think it's just all it's because people hated the event, the idea of it, and people going. To me, it's like if you went and had fun, I think that's worth it, and you got to meet the people that you watch. You got to speak to them and buy their merch and stuff. Like Gummy Chainsaw, he had like the biggest blast what I saw, and people bought lots of his merch as well. And oh yeah, so you went, right, Tim 422? You went, hey. I'm pretty sure I did see somewhere that you went. I reckon it would have, from what I've seen anyway, fairly low key. I mean, these things don't have to be massive to be successful or to be like fun. I think they think that needs to be like fucking like a stadium of people, but there's not many people in the Dabbleverse that actually go to these things. And there's like, I think Melton's posted that like people come from all over the world, even from like Australia, which is really, really weird. Okay, yeah, you did. Cool. I'm a bit jealous, actually. I would have loved to have met everyone and seen the puppet show, and you know, maybe one of these years I'll get big on here and I'll be able to like put it in the money jar, which I need to start fucking spruiking the super tip thing that I've got. It's on the bottom of the scroll there. I'll get it done. I'll get that piped into the show, and I'll get my stream deck all ready so I can press buttons and make noises and stuff on here, make it a little bit more fun, I guess. Like turn into like the Chad Zumach World War Z. Be like whatever the fuck that is. Like woo! But yeah, John Slazy's put on a big show. We've seen like how he plans shit, and he couldn't even plan a Washington DC trip. He borrowed his brother-in-law's suit, and I didn't even fit him properly. Fucked it up. Yes, love the small event. Yeah, see, like the small events are good because then that way you don't like suffocate in big crowds. Like everyone's kind of like there, you know why everyone's there for. Oh, you've been to 4 of them now. Wow, so jealous. I live too far away to come. I don't have enough money to do it. But you know, let's say if I get big and famous on here, fuck yeah. I'll definitely get a passport, plan it, probably do it like plan it like a year in advance, and then do something like that. Go over there. It'd be pretty tight, I reckon. Yeah, brother suit. Yes. That was fucking gold.
There's a lot of things you can trade on thumb drives.
Oh fuck.
It's all a congregation of creeps at a shitty casino hotel in Vegas. The stuff, the malfeasance, the nefarious behaviors that are going on at Hackamania right now. You don't know what's going on in those hotel rooms. You can guess. I mean, it's Vegas, right? Whatever happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. You guys know what those creeps are doing.
I'm sure you've got a big imagination as to what you thought went on there. Go to the Atlantic setup. Oh god, I'm so tired as well. Fuck. Go to the Atlantic City meetup every year because I live 50. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I dig that. I like it. Well, that's the Michigan one's close to me. Yeah, that's cool. Like isn't that where WATP do that too? Like they do some of their shows there in Michigan. In Detroit, Michigan. Is Michigan kind of like what it's like in for RoboCop movies? That's all I kind of know, like about. Oh, I like Beverly Hills Cop as well. That's kind of like geographically like what I kind of know about that area. Fucking love that. Love those movies. The Beverly Hills Cop, RoboCop. No. Yeah. See, I just all I know is from like what I've seen in the movies and maybe like what I've read It's some fun shit. We'll watch the rest. There's only got a few seconds to go.
He's at the trading.
Well, there's a lot of trade going on. Any sort of thing that's like black market that you might want to trade, drugs, paraphernalia, content of certain types. Hackamania is the place where they do it.
Oh, go away, clips. Oh yes, yes. But I will wind it down because like I do like the little film, like the video clip at the end, so I can kind of like bookend it. But well, what was I gonna say? See, like the thing with Dan when he's saying like, oh, like how they trade stuff with each other and like all this paraphernalia and a list of content and shit. He would know, right? Like he would know about that stuff. I'm sure he would know that very, very well about that kind of stuff because I think he's probably partaken in that too because he's like the expert, right? Only experts do these things. But it's a big bold claim too to say like, oh, like that these people are into nefarious and disgusting things. And I mean, yeah, Vegas is probably full of those kinds of people. I mean, I guess. I mean, there's weirdos and freaks everywhere. No matter where you go, there's always people up to no good. Doesn't matter where you are. You can move a suburb away, and you still find those douchebags hanging around. But I would think a little bit more highly of like dabblers and like hacks and stuff like that. I would think that there's a lot more good people here than there is bad. You know, I mean, obviously, Iso was like the exception because of his fucking disgusting depravityness that he was involved in that he's in prison now for. Like, fuck. But I'd like to think that they like a very good chunk of dabblers are good people. But what the fuck do I know? I'm just a puppet. Anyways, thank you everyone for being here. This made up for yesterday's shit show. Thank you all for like coming here and having a chat in the chat. This is what I love. This is what I fucking love to do. Just chill out, talk, makes the show so much easier. I spend more time here. But yes, right. Out fucking standing show. Thank you, Michigan Tim. See, I knew the other one that fucking said it. You knew it. I knew it was you that said out fucking standing. I just knew it. Every time I see your name now, if I'm in anyone's show or anyone's and I see you in the chat, I'm going to say out fucking standing. I will do it. I will make sure I do it. Whether it's me or dabbling down under, we will do it. Yes, you are the guy. I appreciate it. Appreciate it so much. Anyways, I'm gonna tap out, have something to eat, chill the fuck out for the rest of the night, go sleep, and then just do it all again tomorrow. But yes, thank you for coming through, man. I appreciate it. Yeah. Let's get the fuck out of here.